everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Crusader Kings 2 The Old Gods, and I'll admit, I'll acquiesce that things have not been going fantastically lately. One second, let me get rid of my military here. Hopefully we don't have war declared on us immediately, as we so often do. We'll dismiss our mercenaries as well. But the reports of the death of the Northernlion Banana Dog Dynasty are highly exaggerated, I would say. We did accidentally give up territory to Northumberland here, which is weird enough. But we've, maintained the territory of Scotland. Weirdly enough, it is now Scotland with a K, which I kind of like. It adds like a nice little Nordic vibe to it. It makes it my own, right? This is no longer the Scotland you know and love, and instead it's the Skotland that I have come up with and forged through steel and probably some of the worst political maneuverings ever put to film. In any case, thank you for all the suggestions that have come out since the last episode. One of the most common things that came up was, Northernlion, you gotta do something about Moray. Moray has been a serious pain in your dick. They've been rebelling constantly, and since you're taking these white pieces, not like chess, like you're taking a piece that is white and nobody's winning, they can maintain their strength and continue to fight you. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. So this is Kraka of Moray, and if I look at her, you can see she is the Vala of a substantial amount of territory here. Moray, Strathern, lots of counties in Ireland as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to imprison her. I thought about we could just, revoke her titles and stuff. I wonder if we could demand religious conversion. That's something that I'll think about later. But we could revoke her titles, but I think we have to do it one by one, which would be a super pain in the ass. So instead, I'm just going to try to imprison her. Two things are important about this. One, based on our state intrigue, we have a pretty good chance, 72%. And if we fail, she might declare war on us. Whatever, lady, you've already declared war on us like 10 times. And she has acted dishonorably to us, so no one will care. This means that it's unlikely she would be able to pull in allies for this fight, simply because, she acted dishonorably to us by being a traitor, essentially. The same thing happens with, landed titles here that we could revoke. See, since she's the traitor, our vassals will not object. There's a 5% chance she'll revolt. So why don't we, actually, what might be in our best interest, and this might be real silly, but we might just want to take her territory now and then put her in prison. Oh no, the Crown Authority doesn't allow revocation. So instead, we're gonna have to imprison, give it a try. My guards failed to capture Kraka, who has now raised her flag in rebellion. Are you fucking serious? I just fought these guys. All right. Raise vassal levies. We might as well just admit that these dudes are going to die, I guess. Raise our, from our domain. And then the other thing I wanted to do, and again, it was all a Twitter user, Mimwing, who suggested all of this stuff. And it seems like a very smart idea. He said, now that you're Catholic or Christian, it might be a good idea to go to your council and have your court chaplain just constantly improve religious relations with Rome. So basically, he's just going to be constantly, hanging out in the Sistine Chapel over here, whispering sweet nothings into the Pope's ear. And he says this will give me really good relationship with the Pope and the Church itself as a wider state-run whatever. It's not really state-run, it actually is kind of its own state right now, as you can see in the papacy. And this will give us all sorts of advantages that we can use to our favor later. I hope that he is indeed correct, because that would be a lot of fun, I think. So, let's just move all of our men down here. We're going to get defeated at one battle, but... Oh, we got defeated at both battles. That was kind of unexpected. But... we do have substantially greater numbers than them, even if we lose a lot of battles here. At the very least, this will allow us to get the county of Moray, or... Oh, we had a daughter? I totally forgot what was going on in this episode, actually, before I got started. We'll be able to get the territory that Moray holds back, and this might allow us to, again, get kind of a stranglehold going on our empire. Well, it's not really an empire, technically, let him rot, but on our territory, I guess, for lack of a better word. As you oh, this seems a little scary. Let me think about it. As you travel by carriage on a rogue in Carrick, you pass by what appears to be an old shuttered inn. The sight of it fills you with questions. What forced them to close down? Could you do a better job than the previous owners? Perhaps this would be a golden opportunity to improve your stewardship. So it is settled I will buy the inn. 50 gold, kind of expensive. No, I will not sink any money into that ruin. You know what? I've never seen this before, so even though it's like a third of our total treasury right now, I will go through with this just to see what kind of weird interactions we get, or weird options we get. Okay, so now everybody chill out here. Why, are you actually not on the same spot? Yeah, no, you went a weird path there. That's okay, though. Alright, so everybody's on the same path now. We'll merge our forces together. We're going to wait for this siege to succeed, because it's very close. There we go. And then we're just going to go wipe out the enemy forces in here. Now, I believe Moray is the light blue, and I'm the dark blue. Sometimes this can be a little confusing. The vagrants in your new inn have been evicted. The holes in the roof have been patched, and the whole building has been thoroughly aired out to cleanse it of the most offensive odors. New staff has been hired, and the time has come for you to decide on a name for your inn. The Bottomless Tankard, I like it. The Mead Fountain sounds a little, I don't know, like a dive bar. Not that the Bottomless Tankard doesn't, but it sounds a little classy. The Jester's Choice, that sounds okay as well. And the Drunken Squire. I like the Bottomless Tankard, I gotta say. And we'll see. I don't know if that has any impact on the actual, quality of our place. But it's nice, get not only a medieval, Middle Ages history simulator, but also a restaurant running simulator. Things are very busy at your new inn. I'm in the middle of, a big war right now. I'm actually leading these troops, so if you could come to me maybe after I've sundered the flesh from their bones, that would be nice. But anyway, things are very busy at your new inn with everyone preparing for the grand opening night. Guests will be able to sample turnips for free, but if you add a generous amount of salt to them, perhaps they might become more thirsty and sales would increase. You know what? Let's add 20% salt. I don't want to add 30% and make people sick. 10% might be too little, but 20% people will like it. It'll be nice. So the battle rages on. We have won, and we now have 14% war score. Obviously, we want to just win this war outright. We want to not take a white piece here. 25% war score. That's looking pretty good. And they have, no troops left, so I guess I'm just going to start sieging holdings here. Your inn will soon be open to the public, but one last detail demands your attention. Some former act or spectacle will be need to be booked to keep the guests around. After scouring the lands for what passes for entertainment, you conclude that the following options are available. A lengthy sermon on the evils of vice by a local clergyman. Seems like probably the kind of thing that wouldn't go well in the Bottomless Tankard, I have to say. A traveling bard from distant lands. That seems alright. A renowned eunuch castrato singer. Or a wild ass that allegedly speaks and recites poetry. This is not just a wild ass hey, I'm Steve-O. This is a wild ass a literal donkey. If I was being logical, the traveling bard from distant lands or the castrato singer, I've got the gold, I can afford them, it seems nice, but a wild ass that allegedly speaks and recites poetry sounds like an offer I can't refuse. So let's try that out and see how it works out for us. Meanwhile, we'll siege this territory in Kildare, and that might be totally incorrect pronunciation, and if so, I apologize, but wait a minute, that's not the enemy army. Lothian's on my side, so I don't know what they're sieging here. The wild ass sat on the grand stage of your inn for the better part of an hour, and although it relieved itself twice on the wooden floor, no speech or poetry was forthcoming. The agitated animal then ran amok amongst the audience, resulting in fleeing customers and breaking tables. They told me it spoke. I swear, lose 20 gold. I don't know if that's the end of this. The salt trick seems to have worked. Who would have thought? The thirst of your guests seems unquenchable, and mead sales exceeded expectations. Gain 20 gold. All right, it's a wash. Do we gain stewardship skills? Yes. The opening night of your inn is concluded, and the time has come for you to move on from this venture and resume your kingly duties. Whatever else can be said, you have learned many valuable lessons on running a business. A buyer is ready to take the inn off your hands at a tiny profit to you. 65 gold and 2 stewardship. It worked out, even though I didn't make all the right decisions, for sure. Our siege continues here. And this might be the dominant kind of theme in this episode, is just taking our territory back from Moray, essentially. Okay, Prince Nils of Scotland. He's our son. We should educate him. It's always nice to, oh, can we not educate him? That's strange. Maybe we're already educating too many people. Okay, we'll educate him, via, oh, Kraka. I don't like that name. She's not the same Kraka that I'm fighting against now, hopefully, though. But what we could do, by the way, I checked we might as well do this while we're going here, but, I checked my vassals list, and my vassals are actually fairly pleased with me on the whole. Not all of them are Christian, but I can probably demand conversions and actually turn Skotland into a Christian nation, which may be beneficial for us moving forwards. But anyway, I caught my son Northernlion II lying to me again, straight to my face without batting an eye. I almost had an innocent servant sent to the stocks. Even I am impressed, so he could be deceitful, which is good for his intrigue, but bad for his diplomacy. I kind of want him to lose deceitful, but I really don't want him to gain wrath. Let's see. I don't know. He may have lost it there. We'll find out at a later date, I suppose. I'm not fighting these Lothian guys. Maybe that's a territory of mine that has been sieged and is still held by the enemy from before. My son Northernlion does his homework and is always on time for his lessons. This is good. He will get diligent, and his opinion of us improves for 2 years, which is good because I don't want our son, regicide is a pretty common thing in Crusader Kings 2, sons killing fathers, and of course, fathers killing sons also. I'm guilty of that, I'll admit. Okay. Let me think about this. She's offering a white piece. We both lose 100 prestige, and I get a better opinion of her. Don't tell me what to do, lady. You're not even my real vassal. I don't know. I tried there. Oh, man, we captured somebody. After a successful siege, your men drag Valdemar off Knockalin out of his hiding hole. I don't know who he is, but sweet. Off to the dungeons. I will banish him later and hopefully amass some kind of fortune for that. Because I am trying to rebuild my money. Remember, in the Civil War, I lost like almost all of the gold that we had, which was somewhere over 1,000. It might have been like 800, but it was real close. I think Lothian is helping me siege territory that the enemies used to own, which is fantastic. Or that I own, but the enemies hold, which is great. We're at 37% war score. You know, maybe we should... Oh, there's another series of troops up here. Maybe we should just go to town up here in Scotland and take out this Jorvik army. And then siege Moray itself, which is obviously like the capital city. I don't know if that actually has an impact, but common sense dictates to me that it should have an impact. But again, I'm not a professional Middle Ages historian, in case you hadn't noticed. So we'll just come up here. We should be able to roll over these troops. We basically outnumber them 10-1. My wife is pregnant again because, good lord, what can I say? I come from good stock. And here comes the battle, in which we'll hopefully gain a little bit more war score. No, but we did wipe out the opposing force there. And I think it's going to be, I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to be a long episode, but I would not be surprised if this war ends up being, again, as I mentioned, the dominant theme of this episode. The real problem, at least from my opinion, it looks like there's some kind of war going on in England down here as well. The real problem is if someone else declares war on me during this, I'm not going to be happy at all. But the good news is that I think all of these other people are busy with what they're, like Jorvik and England are all busy with what they're doing. Let's check out Western Europe as well while the sieges are going on. Looks like the Reconquista is going okay here. Asturias starting to take a little bit of land back. Aquitaine is now taking parts of Spain as well. I saw a post on Paradox Plaza subreddit, which is r/Paradox Plaza. It's for, you know, screenshots basically from games like Crusader Kings 2 and Victoria 2, Europa Universalis, etc., etc. One second here. My little son, Prince Northernlion II, always has his nose in the scriptures and spends all his time amongst the priests. I am resisting the temptation to make a joke there. He can become zealous. Yeah, man. Why not? I want him to become zealous. That gives him extra martial and extra piety. But yeah, there was a post that was like, wow, Spain, what happened? And Spain was like literally just all counties were held by like weird European kingships and stuff. So there'd be like one province of France and like one province of Aquitaine, one province of Burgundy, one province of Leon, etc., etc. It was interesting. This man is a coward, that's for certain. He can't fight. Shadows and loud noises frighten him, and blood makes him faint. Who is this guy? He's our courtier. You're a disgrace, and I despise you, or I will tell the whole castle about his cowardice. You're a disgrace, and I will tell the whole castle about his cowardice. We have a son. We have a siege. Party's going on right here. A celebration to siege throughout the year. Can I educate my own daughter? Apparently not. Let's just have a bishop do it. Maybe she will be okay with becoming a nun later, because if she has sons, then I start to have problems, perhaps with my succession. Once we finish this war, we'll do some cleanup, some maintenance of our lands, if you will. She owns so much fucking land that she just refuses to die. But basically, everything's going all right, I would say. The only other thing I want is I want to get this territory back in my own hands. Unfortunately, he has an heir. And I can't just go, like, revoke his land. I can offer him vassalization, but he says no because we're a different religion. He's actually still Norse, and obviously in a few episodes ago we converted to Catholicism. But we're winning another siege here. We're at 50%. That's something. We own, like, the enemy's capital cities, which seems pretty substantial to me. I mean, it might not be the capital city, but it's definitely, like, the seat of their government. Because obviously it's called Moray. Let him rot. Actually, let me see if I can banish some prisoners now to get some money back. When you banish prisoners, you get all of their land. So what is this? He's a courtier. Banish imprisoned. We don't get any gold for it, unfortunately. So I'd refuse. Ransom prisoner. Yes, 145 gold. Oh, good lord, that is fantastic. Ransom prisoner. 10 gold. No, you are 1/14th as much of a man as the man that I just banished or got off. The man that I just got off, that was not what I meant to say. Got off in a legal sense. So I banished him and got a little extra gold. 10 gold, no, apparently. He's currently considering another offer from us, I guess is the thing there. So we can't do anything there yet. 70 gold, we already sent that one. 46 gold. Man, we are going to be rich. Now, of course, the downside is that I'm, you know, releasing these people back into the wild where they might be angry at me. But on the bright side, we should get a ton of gold for this. So, you know, watch that. As Kanye West said, you know, having money's not everything, not having it is. If they hate, then let them hate, and watch the ducats pile up. Here we are. We're at 700 from like 200 at the start of this episode. Feels good. It appears that there is another organized fighting force for Moray now, but that is okay. We will destroy them pretty quickly as we still continue to outnumber them like 20 to 1? No, 10 to 1, I guess, in our current situation. So our siege is successful. I'm waiting for these guys to march wherever they are choosing to march. I guess they're coming back to Kildare here. But that's okay. I'll march my men down here. And again, the sieges are a good way to get the war score up, but defeating their fighting force also gives you like very discrete bursts very quickly. So it's a positive thing to do, I would say. Basically, I don't understand why she's not just surrendering beyond the fact that it'll result in her death in all likelihood. At least imprisonment at the bare minimum. Where are you going? Going to Hilmeric? Who is the spy amongst my men who makes it so they know where I'm going? Okay, good. The Pope, basically this is my court chaplain saying that the Pope, his opinion of us has improved. That's fantastic. What's his opinion of us now? 60. That's totally awesome. Maybe we can start having people excommunicated and stuff, and then, you know, call holy wars against them or something. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, we are now at 69%. I can't make this up. It's the best number. Wait, she's in prison? Why can't I send this? None of Krakow of Moray's holdings are occupied by King Svein of Jorvik. I can't offer, like, any pieces at all. Jorvik, what the fuck do you own, man? Katanas, I guess? Oh my god, so you're, like, at war with this dude as well. The fucking laws and practices of the Middle Ages, man. I don't understand sometimes about what I'm supposed to do here. So this is gonna be... Remember that first time we fought Jorvik? These guys have been a thorn in our side ever since. I should have never given them independence. My son Marcus has a tender and loving soul, trusting everyone in the castle. I fear he will get hurt someday. Kind is not necessarily a good trait. It's not necessarily a bad trait. I would love him to lose the 50% chance he gains envious. I mean, envious is better, I guess. 10% chance he loses kind, or 40% chance he loses kind. I don't know how that worked out, actually. Let's destroy Jorvik. If I have to fucking declare war on them, I will, but I'm not happy about it. I don't understand why I'm at war with them. Like, they're at war with me simply because I'm at war with the... Like, my enemy's enemy is supposed to be my friend, not my enemy. I would love to get into war with these guys, but apparently they have the fastest moving troops in history. There we go. I can't stop thinking about all the prisoners in my dungeon. They are at my complete mercy. What a thrill it would be to hurt them, to hear their sweet screams and see the panic in their eyes. You know what? Let's resist the foul impulses and gain some piety. We could use piety because, you know, we recently converted. The Pope is still in love with us. He's now at 100 opinion of us, which is amazing. I wonder if I could have the Queen of England excommunicated and then launch a holy war on her. No, why not? He's got a very positive opinion of the Queen. That's fine. We could probably get like a holy war on one of these small areas like this one right here. I wonder if I could just declare a holy war. He still hates our religion. Anyway, still 69% war score. I believe that this is held by Jorvik, so let's send our dudes up here. Oh, what's going on here? So our vassal Guthmundur, my liege, it is most unfortunate that you happen to hold a title, which all agree should rightfully be mine. In order to lift this dark cloud from our relations, may I suggest adjustment? He wants the Duchy of Albany. He is just greedy. If he wants to go to civil war, we'll go to fucking civil war. I can afford to hire mercenaries for this. As much as I don't want to, because I really want to finish this civil war over the course of this episode, we can invest in a technological advancement. Let's improve our military organization and town infrastructure to get extra tax income there. Good. Fantastic. I really like this new tech system, even though I haven't dived too deep into it yet. And am I correct in this? Am I mistaken? Or did I actually appear to find the right area first? Okay, the Pope is in love with us here. And by right area, I mean the area that Jorvik owns. So our king is only 32. He's super young. We could have a long life ahead of him. Remember, King Northernlion the first, arguably the greatest king in the line of banana dongs, which is just hilarious to say, was 24, because I modeled him after myself. You are a great court chaplain, my friend. I modeled him after him myself when I took power. So, you want a white piece again? Decline. He's not that much older than that first king was, so he could potentially accomplish some great things. Obviously, provided he can consolidate his empire here, the most important thing is going to be take over England and see if we can reunite the British Isles under, I think it's Brittany, but it might be the, I mean, Brittany's here, I understand. Oh, it's Britannia, sorry. Brittany is this area, but Britannia is what we could create if we get enough provinces in here. Similar to the way that we created the Kingdom of Scotland and Ireland. Once we had like 50% of the territories or 80% of the territories, then we were able to just say, hey, we're the king of Brittany, or the, you know, in that case, I guess the king of Scotland, and then we could declare war on anybody who held Scottish land because we were the rightful owner. So I think we now can negotiate peace. She still says no. But we are very, very close to a successful win here. The cook complained to me about my son Marcus's temper tantrums. Apparently he punched her son in the face again. The kid shows spirit. He could become wroth. It's not bad. Beat him into being calm. What happens if he becomes patient? Patient is good. Encourage him to become more patient. 50% chance he gains patience. That's pretty good. Yeah, all right, Marcus. Then again, pardon me, I don't necessarily want my son to be patient, because patience, although a virtue, is also potentially dangerous because he's not the son that is the next in my succession line. Anyway, let's continue to go to war with Jorvik here, the most annoying pieces of garbage on the planet, basically. And if they start sieging territory, I have to chase them around, because if they manage to take Moray territory, you are the greatest court chaplain of all time, Bishop Dag. I'm going to reward you with a name that doesn't sound so silly as a result of your benevolence here. I mean, I don't even understand, like, my land is being sieged by Desmond down here. Or, it's not Desmond. It's being sieged in Desmond by Strangfjord, which I believe is a good thing, because maybe that means that it's currently being held by the Moravians, and I don't know if that is the correct way to say this. Overall, though, I am very pleased with the way this war has gone down. It's taken us a few years, but we might be able to consolidate a lot of Scotland. And now we'll spread out our lands amongst more vassals, because that was my mistake before. I think this is like the heir to all of the land that I originally gave to Ron Swanson. So when he died and then someone else took over, maybe they became ambitious, and all of a sudden they want to create the Moray kingdom, or the duchy at least of Moray. No thank you, Scotland has to stand united against this English and Swedish assholery going on in here. Does Jorvik actually own 3 territories in England now? That's kind of surprising to me. We are now at, oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? King Heising the First of Denmark has usurped the title of County of Davina from Dire Dagson. I have no idea what's going on here. That's fine, though. Our war score is about to tick up. We are at 83% now. And I kind of want to go fight these guys. Oh, my God, do I have to... Did they actually manage to siege these lands? Let me check and see if I can offer a peace here. They did. Oh, Jesus Christ. So now I've got to come down here, fight with Moray to kill Jorvik. Just because this dude's a straight-up asshole. I don't even know which Jorvik this is. The real Jorvik, the fake Jorvik. All the other Jorviks are just imitating. So there we go. We destroyed Jorvik. Now we'll destroy Moray. Again, I hate that my enemy's enemy is also my enemy in this situation, but welcome to the Middle Ages, I guess. We're going to siege this territory quickly, because it's held by Jorvik right now. It should take, like, yeah, half a second, as you can see. What about now? Can we offer a peace? No. The siege should still be happy. Quietly encourage Marcus to what? Be modest? Humble is good. Wroth is not necessarily bad. Pride is not necessarily bad. I'm gonna be okay with him having humbleness. Humility. a humble nature. Okay, my guy is ill, and that scares the shit out of me. Let's go to Tyrone for a second, because I think this siege will be over very quickly. Should probably go without saying, but I really can't afford a succession crisis right now. I do have one obvious heir, and I hope that would make for an easy succession, but succession during war is always scary. All right, we're enforcing our demands on her. The war should be over. We have recaptured, the revolt against the rule has ended. King Northernlion, the first, the third of Scotland has won. This is all just to get all this territory back. Now who owns this? She still owns it, but she's in prison, and now we will just banish her. So we'll, okay, oh shit. All her titles will be confiscated, which is seen as tyrannical, lowering their opinion, and their opinion being my vassals, of you by 120. Okay. But now we can just revoke these titles one by one, right? Why can't we do it? Oh, because the Crown Authority doesn't allow revocation. Oh, fucking god damn it. We should be able to change that law somehow, but I might have to look up how to do it. Crown Authority of Scotland. Oh, because we need, like, a high Crown Authority. If we go to low, if we go to low Crown Authority, we can revoke Yes, this will reduce their vassal's opinion by 5, but then we can revoke counties. I'm actually amazed with myself that I was able to figure that out, because that's oftentimes kind of a crapshoot for me. So now we should be able to revoke titles. No. The Crown Authority of Scotland allows revocation. It's allowed, man! Maybe I just had to put time off for a second. Current support for new law. Who's the list? Open list of opponents. Let me think about this. How do we get the opponents on our side? Who's got the most votes? I've never done this before, but I definitely have the gold to bribe people. Bribe people, I should say. Jarl Toke of Galloway. So let's see him. Toke of Galloway. How does he like us? He likes us. Let's bribe him. Let's send him a gift. 29 gold. He's going to like us even more. And then we'll go back. And who else has 5 votes? Wasn't it like the bishop in this situation? I thought it was. Wait, let's just move this to the side. Bishop, no, Jarl Bjorn has another 5 votes. Bjorn, there we go. How does he like us? 47, that's pretty good. Let's grant him a landed title. Kingdom of Ireland, that seems like a bad idea. You know what? Instead, let's just send him a gift. 42 gold to improve his opinion. Maybe he'll be more likely to vote for us now. And the other one was, who was the other guy? Princess Ilyana has 5 votes. Ilyana, how many votes does she have? Anyway, she really likes us, but we'll send her a gift anyway. 37 gold, that's fine by me. And now we'll just see how time goes on here. I'm going to reduce my army, and we're going to see if we can't finally end this Moray disaster that we have going on here. I don't even know. Who owns this? They've approved the institution. Fantastic. Occupied by strength. That's fine. This guy's with me, right? So I don't mind that he owns that. Now we go to our intrigue menu. We go to our prisoners. We find Karaka. And are people still pissed if we just banish her? Because that would save us some time. Yeah, they are angry. What about if we execute her? That only lowers the vassal's opinions of you by 10. Banishing her, 120. Executing her outright is just 10. So I think we'll just execute her. She doesn't have an heir. She's a regent. But I dislike her. That's fair enough to say. So should we revoke her titles before we execute her? Just let me think about this. We'll revoke title, Theocracy of Moray. This lowers her opinion of us, but she doesn't really care. Or we don't really care, I guess I should say. So let's just revoke, like, all of her titles right here. Which is, our domain size is going to be enormous. And then we'll have to do some, like, vassal management, but that's okay. Oh, we can't do now. The Crown Authority of Ireland. Oh my god, now Ireland doesn't allow fucking revocation. I don't even know if how do I do this? I go to, like, the council. Or I go to laws, and then I Crown Authority. How do I change? I got to, like, make Ireland my, like, principal kingdom or something. I don't know, man. Let's just take the rest of the ones that are in Scotland. So Krakow's got to be pretty pissed about this, but we'll revoke some titles here. What is in that seems... Oh, I can't do that. 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 And can't do that. All right, so I say we just execute her. I did that, and now our vassal Ulfrig is a Norse prince bishop. He owns a lot of land, I'll admit. I cannot revoke any of these titles, but he has no wife. He's like a bishop, and I guess we're his heir, technically. So I'm pleased. We now have installed like a Catholic ruler in Ireland, which is good for us, as opposed to this Norse lady who is a real asshole about things. Now, this guy. We can declare war on you as a holy war. Who are his allies? Maybe we won't declare war on him this episode. Maybe we'll declare war on him next episode. But I just want to take a quick look at my vassals list. And whenever anybody is not a Catholic or Christian, again, I always make this mistake, I'm going to demand religious conversion, so that hopefully we can get a little bit more unity here. And also, I believe they give me piety and prestige when we share religion. No. Jarl Bjorn of Sudrayar will not accept your opinion, or your request. Okay, that's fine. How about this guy? He's already Christian. And Northernlion Banana Dong, your cousin, the Jarl of Cornwall, he's already a Christian. There must be a way to sort by religion. But, okay, so it's Northernlion Banana Dong. This might take a second here. Demand religious conversion, no. That was him. How about this lady? Demand religious conversion, yes. We might have to go through some civil wars here. Demand religious conversion. Yes, these people have no belief in their own faith. It's a shame, isn't it? Okay, obviously Ophig is Catholic because he is a bishop, not a seer or something like that. And all of these people, or at least the vast majority of them, seem to be totally down with the God in this situation. How about this guy? He's already Christian. There's probably an easier way to see it. Or maybe I just can't demand religious conversions from the mayors instead of like dukes and stuff like that. I can't tell. Or maybe these guys are all... oh, this guy is definitely not... Yeah, I can understand how the Godi Ale of Crusader would not be okay with getting rid of his religion, considering he hates us. He's a ruler, he's based reluctance, and he's wearing a fucking, like, bear skull on his head. How about this chubby cheeks man here? Moray. Okay, he's already Catholic. Friar. He's a bishop, so he has to be Catholic. There's another bishop down there, I see. This guy's already on our side. Ulfer. Stop backing plot. What is this plot? I don't understand. I can ask him to stop backing Princess Oslog's plot to kill King Northernlion, the first, the third of Scotland. Yes, please do that. I'm glad I went through this menu now. You know what? That's probably good for now. Let's just on pause for a second, and then we'll get our domain size fixed as well in just a second. He has left our plot, which is fantastic. Many people converting to the Catholic faith now. And we'll just keep going on here. I'm not sure how many more are waiting to convert. Let's just wait until like the end of July. Prince Northernlion II is now of legal age. He is an elusive shadow. This is good. He's got good traits. Elusive shadow gives him crazy good intrigue. Oh my god. He's cruel. Not a big deal. Charitable. Good for diplomacy. Deceitful. Good for intrigue. Diligent. Good for everything. And zealous, good for piety. Interesting. He's a fairly decent son. I'm excited to rule as him one day, hopefully. Now, let's give away some stuff in our domain. How does he own much land? No, our heir doesn't own much land, so we can afford to give him... why can we only give him these small territories? Probably because he's our son, I guess. Maybe we'll just give them to a random vassal then instead. Or give something to a random vassal. So why do these vassals now hate us? This guy hates us because we hold too many duchies. Oh, that's why everyone hates us, of course. So let's go to our court and we'll find a courtier who hopefully has no... He's old, he's 66, he's got no wife. He's a brilliant strategist, trusting, proud, lies, ambitious. Sorry, all the other traits were working out in his favor there. But what about you? Barid? I don't want to give it to someone who has a blood claim. How about this man? He doesn't have a wife, he's 66. That's exactly the same dude, isn't it? Yep. I should be able to learn their traits quickly enough just by looking at them. Dugald. He's got no kids. He's 65. He's not ambitious. Congratulations, you're about to own a little bit of land. You can have the county of... yeah, I don't like this one. You can have the county of Katanas, which will lower the... Oh, now he's a bishop or something. That's very strange for me. And you know what? Since he's a bishop and he has no kids, we'll also give him the county of Buchan. Like so, and why don't we spread it out just a little bit further so that not any one person can put me in this situation again, hopefully. Margareta, Alan, he doesn't like us very much at all. How about this guy, our chancellor? No, our courtier, good. He is a not good man, and also he is not married. This is fantastic. We'll give him the county of Strathern, and we'll include the lower titles because I'm a nice guy. Now he becomes a bishop. Our domain size is good. How do our vassals feel about us? That's the only question that remains to be answered. Pretty solid, except for Valdemar of Coleraine. And, oh man, this guy hates us because probably we asked for religious conversion. I'm not sure, actually. There's a lot of negatives here. Short reign, tyrant, increased crown authority, too many held duchies. A couple of people hate us, but we'll deal with that in the future. As for this, I'd say this was a very successful episode. I'm just going to check one more time to see if I can excommunicate the princess, or the queen, sorry. Nope, unfortunately. But as always, thanks for watching. We're going to do some cool stuff in the next episode, I hope, at the very least. Again, thanks for watching. This turned out really well, and I will see you guys next time.